Hello, my beautiful Squiddy Games server. We are coming at you live with another Toonkind at 12 FPS. Today it is Fang-Tastic fashion. I am Marzi, and today I'll be playing Menagerie, and I am joined by my lovely co-host.
Hello. I am RS of Obsessions, also known as Oppie, and today I'm playing Cassius Sorrel Undeed Blackmont the Third.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting you to say his full fucking name.
Listen, you said the full name of your character, so I had to follow it up with the longer one.
No, I didn't. You know she has a middle name.
I know.
I just refuse to say it. I'm not gonna give breaks the satisfaction.
That's fair and valid. I love giving him a long name because it's funny.
They are
He only
really
has a long
funny.
name because it's funny.
Damn.
That's all of Cassius's name is just poking fun at him.
It's just.
Literally all of it. Do you want to know what Cassius means?
What does it mean?
It means being vain.
Oh my god! You really did just name your boy a bully victim.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
And then his name Sorrel means having red hair. And Udeed is just a pun of undead.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking bite you. What a great start to this FPS.
Yeah, thanks.
So, our lovely audience, both here live and in the future, this FPS is a product of me and Abby being like, we should do an FPS. What character should we use? I don't know, let's randomly generate them.
Yeah, and we got my tall, stinky vampire boy, and we got
my very cute,
yeah.
very normal fashion designer.
Very normal. Very pink.
Normal. Very pink, yes.
Very fashionable.
I would hope so, considering it's her job.
Yeah. If you're a fashion designer who isn't fashionable, then oh boy.
Unless you're being not fashionable on purpose, because then it is a statement and therefore, once again, fashionable.
Everything's fashionable if you think about it in that light.
I actually had a character like that who would on purpose wear really terrible clashing things together, but she was a fashion designer and she just liked being obtuse.
Amazing. Good. Good.
Anywhoosies. This FPS goes a little back in time for Cassius.
This FPS for Cassius specifically takes place after his very first game, which was Uncanny Cargo. It takes place, I want to say maybe a week or so after the fact, when he's like traveling away from Halloween Town and starting to like get on the road and go just elsewhere. He currently would be actually trying to research where best it would be to like look up where. Okay, I have to preface this. In the Uncanny Valley games, he got a very cursed thing, which is a radio that emits something called the static, which, for those who don't know, is a very, very bad entity that wants to infect everything with itself. It's not great.
Shout out to those camp games.
We don't talk about those.
We don't talk about those, it's fine.
We don't talk about the static.
I thought it was the signal.
Signal. Right, it is the signal. You may be doing dumb.
It's okay, I love you so much.
It is the signal. Yes, I am brain dying.
Now, see, it sure is fun that Cassius went right to Uncanny Things, and timeline-wise is going right back to Uncanny Things. Because my very normal, very cute anime fashion designer sure is uncanny.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just as long as you don't look at her too long, it's fine.
Yeah. So I think Cassius specifically has been going from like town to town, like on the road, like either hitchhiking or just taking God, I want to say like a rental service for like carriages.
God, does he even have the money to spend?
He did get some money from the aftermath of his first game.
That's
He
fair.
did get paid. It was a job he was paid at. He's basically just going on the road, and at every town he stops at, he's seeing if the signal from the radio is getting stronger.
Mm.
And it's leading him in a specific direction, but he doesn't know where the final destination is specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say maybe this FPS starts after he has already done like the whole stopping at this one particular town and then seeing if the signal's getting stronger. Find it is getting stronger in one particular direction and decides to just stop for the either keep going or just stop for the night and to maybe get a bite to eat.
You know, bite.
Yeah, bite.
And the stop, I believe, will land him in Toontown. Because
Toontown.
Toontown. The plot's always circulating.
Man, I imagine Toontown as like a town that never sleeps because it's like a big city.
Toontown,
you know?
Toontown is like New York but bigger.
Yeah, New York but bigger.
Yeah.
With so many clashing styles that are all somehow seamlessly blended together.
Yeah. We really live in
a beautiful
little
collage. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Mana lives in Toontown, does all of her work in Toontown. You'd think someone who doesn't like big crowds would live in a smaller place, but no, this is good for business.
I mean, yeah, literally anyone, anywhere comes to Toontown at some point.
Mm-hmm.
All roads lead to Toontown.
When in Toontown, do as the Toons do.
Do your silly walks.
The wrong time to take a sip.
No better than to drink water when I'm making jokes. When I'm doing the funny. Anyway.
Joke's on you, I was drinking tea.
Damn. Foiled.
As you can tell, we have no plan.
We do not. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. But we're getting there. Still no plan.
Yeah. For Mana, I believe I leveled her up a bit. It was before winter work. So this is after the formation of Team Thumbs Up. So she has indeed started advertising a bit more.
And lo and behold, well, actually, that would be an interesting question to ask. Where exactly are these advertisements popping up? Is it like stuff in the newspaper? Is it like posters around town?
It's probably little newspaper ads, and Mana has a little sister, though at this point they have not talked about being siblings yet. And I could absolutely believe that Mana and Marigold went around town putting up little posters advertising for Mana.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I hold so gentle. Oh. In that case, I like to think that like after Cassius has, gotten something to drink.
You know how it be.
You know how it be, the vampire life. Having to get some red ink through some sort of means.
Mysterious circumstances.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Someone's just gonna be a little bit dizzier than normal. Anyway.
It's fine. As long as they don't die, it's fine.
Yeah. Cassius does not drink to kill people. Don't worry about that. He does not make a habit of doing that. He just doesn't want to leave a trail.
Yeah.
I can imagine him finding one of these posters and being like, huh. And then looking down at his own outfit. Which, he's been on the road and he has the one outfit.
Yeah, it's like tattered and grimy and wrinkled.
Yeah, I have to emphasize that it is grimy. The last time, he was in Uncanny Valley recently, it still has a little bit of the kind of sludge from down there.
Gross.
There was sludge. There was, a gross ooze that tried to eat him.
Looks directly at Mana and her origins, looks away.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. Anyway.
It's fine. She doesn't do that. Anymore. Anyway. No, I'm kidding. She never did. She never did.
Oh, awful. Horrendous. Anyway.
It's fine.
I'm going to roll survival.
Oh, no.
To see how long it takes him to find this place.
Okay.
Like, if he shows up, like, a few hours before closing time, or does the annoying thing where he shows up, like, maybe 5 minutes beforehand.
Man, he is so lucky Mana works out of her house. He is so lucky Mana works out of her house.
That was a 5 on survival for those who...
Man.
He's never been in a town quite as big as Toontown, so he's getting turned around all over the place, and the more he gets turned around, the more frustrated he gets.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help that, like, since Mana is running this out of her home, it's like suburban area.
It's like in the residential area.
Yeah, the residential.
He was like looking in like the business side of Toontown, and then realized, wait a second, no, that's Peck.
It's like, hell, this is a house.
This is a house. No! He has to be invited in!
I love Mana doesn't eat much, but I love the thought of him finally getting to her house, knocking on the door, and she opens it with like a half-eaten yogurt cup in one hand and like a spoon in her mouth.
Okay, actually, what is Mana's business called, if I may ask?
Oh god, I've never actually came up with any name. It's just, it's just menagerie, personal tailor, things like that. Or private tailored. It's less of a business name and more of a, like, she's advertising herself.
Honestly, calling it the Menagerie could be good as well.
That is, you know what?
The Menagerie by Menagerie.
That's actually the name of her gameplay list. Menagerie's Menagerie.
Yeah,
that is really good.
Just gives a little knock on the door, sees that she's opened it, and then he holds up like the little flyer, which if Marigold had a hand helping this, I'm just imagining is covered in like little bits of glitter.
Yeah.
Just like a little kid's project.
And handmade advertising posters that they made together that's absolutely has like glitter flaking off of it.
Cassius has more than once dusted his outfit off with the glitter, which will never go away.
Nope.
It's there forever now.
Yeah, he holds up the poster and there's a little like exclamation point as Mana very quickly takes the spoon out of her mouth and goes to put the yogurt down.
Yeah. He just holds up as like, is this the Menagerie? I've been looking for it for a while. And he looks tired.
Yeah, Mana very apologetically is nodding and is signing like, yes, yeah, residential. I don't have enough to have an actual place in the business district. Anyway.
Cassius takes a note of that, and he's still like kind of standing outside, and he goes, may I come in?
Yeah, Mana is probably like hurrying around the room because I've said it before, her place is a fucking mess. There's like piles of fabric and like loose spools of thread and like ribbon.
So nothing like the title card I made.
Well, I mean, there's things like that. That's probably more in like the actual workroom that she has customers stand in. But, like, the actual parts that she lives in are very, very messy.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, she's just picking up like little like things of fabric as she's absentmindedly signing, yes, yes, come in.
Right. With the permission granted, Cassius is going to step inside and shut the door behind him. And just absolutely like looks around and notices that a lot of this place is pretty much like a pigsty. Not a good first impression.
You never would guess because even though her house is a mess, she dresses pretty immaculately.
Honestly, that's probably the only saving grace at the moment. The fact that she seems to have fashionable tastes, despite the mess.
Listen.
And like, let's be honest, Cassius doesn't have much money to be pickier.
Yeah, it has to go small business, even if this place is messy as fuck. And with she probably has like arms full of fabric, and just dumps them onto a chair and like gestures for him to follow her.
Yep. Cassius will follow behind. And I don't even know if Vanity even needs to roll anything to see the state of Cassius's outfit. It's fancy, but also it looks like it's been worn for a couple days. It looks like it's maybe seen some recent hijinks and or battle. The knees are torn up.
Oh. It's like someone swung him at a monster.
Yeah, it looks like and like maybe some part of his back is like stained with some kind of black goo. Because they did find a black ooze, so
like she probably doesn't notice at first because she was surprised to have a customer like kind
so
of
late.
So late. So let me make some sort of perception. It probably isn't very high DC because this man's a mess, but
yeah, yeah, you can see it quite plainly. This boy is in desperate need of an outfit change.
Yeah, as she is leading him to like the room where she takes customers to like measure and like talk out what they want. She's kind of glancing back at him, and he can see the moment where it finally registers what he's wearing because there's like an ever so slight scrunch of her face.
Like Cassius just sighs because he basically knew that was coming. He knows the state he's in. He's here to get help.
So she leads him to a room that is a lot neater than the rest of her home. It has like shelves and definitely shelves, a lot of different fabric that people can like go through and like test I guess like fabric feel, because there are a lot of people who are very picky about like the texture. There's a big
definitely.
Yeah, there's a big mirror and like a little like circular pedestal for customers to stand on so like she can measure them. There is a window, but it is absolutely fucking covered up tight with very, very thick black curtains. Which definitely stand out with how pink this room is.
Yeah. I mean, Cassius will raise an eyebrow at that little detail, but then again, he's kind of grateful for it because I gesture at him.
Yeah.
Sunlight bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Cassius is sunlight bad, Vanna is people looking at me bad.
Yep.
Yeah, there are also like a few chairs in there and like a long table that actually has like a notepad and some pens and pencils and like a roll of measuring tape on it. And she scoops up the notepad and one of the pencils and then just turns to him very expectantly.
Okay. Brain. I think Cassius himself is like rooting through his pockets to see like basically having like a mental count of like how much money he has to spend. Because he doesn't know how long he's going to be on the road for following whatever he's chasing. And he doesn't like know how much more money he's going to need in that regard. So he wants to keep at least a lot of it
Yeah.
for those kind of expenses. But the problem is, he also needs new clothes.
And goods and services cost money.
Yeah. Goods and services cost money. I think, because, like, I think he will just be like, all right, so first things first, how much is a patchwork going to cost me?
There is a pause, and then she kind of looks him up and down.
Inwardly, you need more than a patchwork,
yeah,
buddy.
Like, you're gonna need way more than a patchwork, but okay. And she's writing down, like, she's going through it in her head. You can see her, like, kind of thinking about it as she writes it down. And, then holds the notepad out to him. And, like, it's what you would expect, especially since she's one person and, like, a personal tailor, like, private, and she does it all herself. So, like, it's not, like, high-end price, but it is definitely a price.
It is a price, because it is, like, even if it isn't, like, the super high-end stuff, it's still good homemade clothes from a tailor.
Yeah, someone who is good at her job and does it regularly. And knows how to properly price her services.
Yeah, unlike us.
Unlike us. Shout out to all the artists out there who can't properly price their commission. Us artists, we are notorious for undercharging ourselves.
We will get out of that habit one day.
One day. It'll happen.
One day.
Especially with all of us holding each other at gunpoint.
Yeah. Still, regardless, no matter what, like, the price is, if you want to roll insight, you can.
Alright, let's see. Oh man, I forgot how fucking high Mana's insight is. That's a dirty 20.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, you, like, see Cassius looking over at the price, which is probably something, like, abysmally small, like maybe a few gold pieces, because it's literally just making patches or something, like stitching up something together. And still, his ears just kind of tilt down in, like, kind of an expressive way, like, that's gonna put me in a spot later. I can feel it. Cassius knows his own luck. Yeah. Cassius knows what he has to deal with.
Cassius is like, every gold piece counts, and I know I need better clothes, but
Yeah. And, like, honestly, with that insight roll, too, you can tell that he's kind of, like, looking around at, like, I imagine there's some things in this same room which it, like, display different kind of outfits.
Yeah. It's all things that like, there are casual things like shirt skirt combos. There are more formal things like a couple of dresses and, like, a suit and vest and stuff. Just as like as ta-da, this is things that she has made.
Yeah. You definitely see him looking longingly at, like, the more formal stuff, but like, he just kind of shakes himself out of it because, like, he's here to get the patchwork and get out.
Mana, with her #tragic backstory, fucking gets that.
Yeah.
And she gives him sort of, like, a sympathetic look. And very pointedly, while the notepad is still pointed towards him, brings a pencil up and crosses out, like, the couple gold.
What? No. He's insistently, like, pulling out the price that had already been written down and, like, shoving it her way. No. You are a business owner. You are not allowed to do that.
She is already hands tucked in her cape, and it is pulled close.
Cassius, just staring at her, slowly lifts up the bag and, you know what? Foolish gag, just puts it on top of her head.
He is tall enough.
He is tall enough. He is, like, 6'9".
Yeah,
which is quite the number.
He is a full foot and some change taller than her. She just kind of gives him a look before, like, she does, like, the movement of a big exaggerated sigh, but no sound comes out. as she's like, as she untucks her hands to sign. Do you even have a change of clothes for this?
Don't even have to roll insight. There. You know what? Actually, Mana's probably the first person to see the full face blush of embarrassment.
Oh, darling.
Just like the instant, like, slight tint over the entire eye of the entire face.
I hold him so gently. And she's just doing that nod of like, yeah, I thought so.
Look, I've been a bit strapped for cash. And he just very sheepishly like puts his hands in his pockets. Kind of like doing the emo teenager hunched over pose.
Oh, baby. Yeah, the sort of like raised brow softens again because she does get it. And she takes the bag of money off her head and sets it on the table and signs for him to stay here, gives him a pat on the shoulder. She'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, he can sit in one of the chairs, maybe peek out the window. It is late enough probably that the sun isn't like it doesn't hit this window at that hour.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think Cassius is gonna do some snooping.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought you'd say.
So he like, listen, he's bored, and he has. Have I told you his passive investigation?
You might have, but I can't remember.
Do you want me to tell you his passive investigation?
Tell me his passive invest.
It is a 21.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck?
To give you the math for that, he has the investigation. It's a +6 for him, and then on top of that, he has the observant feat, which gives a +5 to that roll specifically for passive stuff.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, so he's very good at picking up clues. He can also read lips. Not that comes up very often, but he can.
I mean, it wouldn't come up here, but that is really cool.
So yeah, what could he get? Just like giving like a glance over with that with that kind of score.
God, the curtains are absolutely really, really thick. Like he could tell that, like even if the sun was hitting this window, there would be no way to tell unless you
blackout curtains.
Yeah, they are really, really thick blackout curtains. The shelves are probably the neatest thing he has seen because they are all it's shelves of different fabric that are all like labeled. It's like there's tulle and corduroy and some felt for people who like felt like Muppet boards.
The mental image of like a Muppet board coming in for like a little patch job because they skinned their knee or something is very cute. That's actually really cute.
It is really cute. And like taffeta, chiffon, things like that. The little mannequins that have like examples of her work, they're all very well made. Like this one room is almost like the shining center of Mana's whole like business.
This is basically the room of like, this is where I present how good I do my job, and this is how fancy it is, etc., etc. Basically just the ins and outs of this is where I do the business. Yeah. This is where I put on the show.
The house may seem messy, and it is. However, check this out.
Yeah. I mean, Cassius is just making absent-minded notes throughout all of this. At one point, he probably like feels the material of the curtains and makes a mental note to ask where she got those specific curtains. Because eventually, when he does find a place, he's gonna need to get some curtains like that.
Yeah. He's probably waiting in there a while until Mana comes back with extra clothes, because if she's gonna patch this up, he's gonna need something to wear in the meantime.
Yeah. We don't want him to run around naked. No one needs to see that.
No one needs that.
No one needs that.
We don't even know if he'd be able to, because we don't. They'd be off model. So she has probably grabbed him like the biggest sweater she's got, because he's a lot taller than her.
Yeah.
And
several sizes too big for her. Maybe a couple sizes too big for him.
Yeah.
Because there are some big toons out there, bigger than him.
Oh yeah. So, like, yeah, this is something he'd have to roll the sleeves up.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't know his sizes yet, so she has grabbed him just like, I almost said leggings, so I don't know if I want to force your boy into leggings. But also, I don't think he'd wear sweatpants.
Oh no!
Yeah, no. He gets his choice between between leggings and a pair of sweatpants.
Leggings immediately. The sweatpants aren't even an option to him.
She does give a nod to that, like, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, with the sweatpants on her shoulder, she just signs, I'll be waiting outside. Go ahead and knock when you're ready, and I'll take the clothes and patch them up.
Yeah, he'll just give like a little thumbs up, and then wait until she's out before changing.
Yep.
Yep. Just changes out of the clothes and folds up the previous pair, and then just gives like a couple knocks on the door to let her know.
Yeah, and when she opens the door, sweatpants are gone. He doesn't know if she put them back where they went or if she just threw them somewhere, because, you know.
They might be beyond saving, who knows?
Who knows? It's fine. And she does perk up, because, yes, good. This is something she can work with. And there's a moment before she's signing. Are you sure you don't want something new also? Because it is not the best to only have one set of clothes.
He kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose, and like there's just like a long bit of silence. Believe me, I really would like a new pair of clothes, but again, I'm a bit strapped for cash. The obby mouth is failing the obby.
English is hard, says two people whose first languages are English.
Yeah. I mean, I could maybe perhaps do a favor or a job to maybe pay for another outfit, but
Mana is already nodding. It's like, I will absolutely accept working for me for a bit as payment for a new outfit, because you need it.
Yeah, just like the silent agreement and the nod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Hee-hoo. So she very, very gently, ushers him towards the little circular pedestal in front of the mirror.
Uh-huh. I mean, Cassius is just gonna basically moves like he's done this 1,000 times before.
Yeah, which is something that Mana will mentally note.
Uh-huh. Like, he just stands up on the pedestal and, like, holds up his arms for, like, making those sort of measurements. And, like, it looks like he's used to this already without even having started the measurements.
Yeah, like, in Toontown, there aren't a lot of people who are used to things like this that come to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a little surprised when she doesn't have to, like, manhandle him or tell him what to do.
Yeah. This is well, it used to be the norm.
Yeah, it used to, but it's fine. She does grab the measuring tape off the table and begins her work. And it's quiet. He's free to talk, complain like the teenager he is.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I have no idea what he would talk about, but I do know he would complain about some things, like the walk here, and like how bad the weather has been recently. Just like little stuff like that. If you want, Mana can also do just either perception or investigation.
Oh, okay. Which one's higher? Insight, right? Or invest?
I did
Or
perception or
perception,
or investigation. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perception is higher. Oh, what's your... There it is. Boop.
22.
22.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Mana, like, as she's going around and doing all these measurements for him, will definitely take note of several weird things about him. Because, like, for a lot of folks, a vampire isn't exactly obvious upon first glance, especially if you aren't used to them. But, like, the little details of, oh, this is a vampire, becomes a lot more obvious when you're, like, up close and personal. For example, long teeth, long fangs,
no
the
reflection.
lack of reflection.
Yeah.
And yeah, if she happens to accidentally touch him, he is deathly cold. Like, doesn't give off a shred of warmth.
Honestly, that part probably does not deter Mana, because she also probably, because of where she came from, is pretty cold.
Oh, man. Honestly, if that realization comes to her, and like Cassius will also kind of make note of that.
These two playing 4D chess.
Yeah, basically. 4D chess with each other.
It's a normal interaction with the customer. It's fine.
Who happens to be an undead creature. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes a house can have both an undead creature and a terrible magical abomination. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she is noting this down, and she's also used to chatty clients, so she is nodding when appropriate and signing when appropriate.
Yeah, I'm not chatty nearly enough to be as chatty as Cassius can be. But he does, when he gets going, he gets going.
It's okay, Mana is very practiced at knowing what to tune out and what to nod along to.
I think at some point he will ask, so, do you make your own fabrics, or is this stuff that you get from other locations?
It's probably...
I know some locations have their own fabrics made at the same location.
It's probably while Mana has like the tape measure around like hanging off her shoulders and is just jotting down things in that notepad. And she looks up at him and kind of does like that side to side hand motion thing, you know, or like the iffy hand motion.
Little of both.
And she's nodding and she signs mostly from other places, but yes.
You seem to have a very good variety.
Yeah, every client means more fabric to get.
Yeah, yeah. Just like a little nod and understanding.
And she's like, speaking of, preferences. Textures, how soft things are, color. I know it looks like you wear a lot of red.
Reds, definitely.
She jots that down.
As for preferences, Cassius likes wearing fancy, quote-unquote fancy stuff. Even if it isn't like made of some fancy material, as long as it looks fancy.
That's all he wants. He wants to look like he's still rich.
He wants the presents.
He has a pedigree and he's gonna look like it. Man. It's
So yeah,
really funny having these two different flavors of nobility teenager because there's Cassius and then there's Johan.
yeah.
I hold them both so softly.
Just two completely opposite flavors
Mm-hmm.
of fancy rich kid.
Slaps the top of these rich kids. Damn, they can hold so much individuality in them.
Certainly hope so.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, he probably sees her jot things down and then like go over to the shelves and take like a real quick inventory. And do you want to roll an insight?
Sure, I can roll insight. It's definitely not something he's good at.
Or if you wanted to be something he's good at, perception or investigation, I suppose.
I kind of want to do insight just to see what it is first.
Aight.
And then if not, maybe noticing like little details about like for investigation stuff. He's not a people person.
He's not, and that's okay.
Like he's trying to get a read on her, and then he's like, okay, that's not working. So instead, I think he's gonna investigate what she's writing down and like what she's making notes of in that moment. 18.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Very, very technical. Like, this is further proof that she is good at her job. Like the list of like the preferences that he gave, and when he is very tall, so he can very clearly just like tilt slightly to the side and look on the shelf that some of the fabrics that he listed are actually a little low in this little inventory bit, and she is,
and probably for like specific colors too.
Yeah,
because like Cassius is definitely more like a dark and broody colored kind of style, which looks at Mana.
All of her bright pink and white.
Do you perhaps need more inventory?
There's kind of a small sigh. Again, no sound. She's just she signs, yeah, it might take a few days.
Or perhaps as payment for a new outfit or even a pair of outfits. He just basically gestures to himself. I happen to be skilled in a few of the more persuasive arts. I could perhaps help with getting that happening a little bit faster.
She raises a brow at him, but it's definitely more of like an amused sort of like this is absolutely an adult who thinks it's really funny that this teenager is like, I'm not outright saying it's stealing, but
I think Cassius takes it the wrong way as like looking at him in amusement, like can you actually? So he's just like immediately hunching up, like I can. It is something I can do.
Oh, darling. That flat nothing insight sure is hitting. Oh.
Just immediately on the defensive.
Oh, baby. Then she's just smiling as she signs like, all right. Let's go and let's see what you can do then.
Man, Cassius just gets like a big toothed grin, and then I feel like there's just a smash cut.
Wait, hold on. The thought of Cassius actually smiling and I cry.
Well, it's less like a smile and more like a big, mischievous, shit-eating grin kind of thing.
I mean, listen. With some tunes, that's just how it be. Because I look directly at Mariz.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair and valid.
Yeah, they smash cut to like a local fabric store.
Which are they like hitting this location like just as it's about to close, or is this after hours? Like, what are they doing here? I'll let you decide.
It's probably like right before they close, because Mana doesn't want them breaking in.
Yeah, but that's fair. That's fair and valid.
Yeah, Mana would rather not go that far with the whole breaking the law.
No. I mean, it is an option. It's just not the option that you want to take.
No, yeah, no.
Ideally.
Listen, Mana absolutely loves breaking the law. However, she does also run a business.
Uh-huh. Consider. They're in disguises.
Mana's disguise is just, let me pull out one of her spell outfits.
Wait,
I don't know if it'll be this one, but I forgot that I modeled Lightning Lure after a certain actor.
oh my gosh. So Lewis just pointed out to me that Cassius is still, in fact, just the big sweater and leggings.
That is, yeah, this is still sort of like Mana has not worked on those patch-ups yet.
Honestly, for Cassius's disguise, I'm given to think. Gosh, what would his disguise kit be? Because I know all tunes have one, and for some of them it's flavored with something else. For Primrose, I have it be, it's just a big trunk of clothes.
Hold so soft. God, this is all, I don't know if it'll be this one either, but I'm just sharing funny things now.
Aw!
That's the sleep spell.
That's cute. That is so cute. Oh. Oh. My brain is dying. I'm trying to think of like something that would be a good disguise, and he pulls his hair back to a ponytail.
Oh my god.
Or at least he tries to. It's very sloppily done, like it's maybe his first or second time trying.
I mean, like, it definitely, if he's still wearing the big sweater and the leggings, it definitely sounds like, ah, yes, just a normal teenager.
Yeah, this is probably the most casual he's ever looked.
Yeah, oh.
He's kind of self-conscious about it, actually.
Oh, baby. I hold him so soft. Mana is...
Wait, just suggested something wonderful.
Oh,
he has
no.
a pair of glasses.
Oh my god! Just a little baby hipster boy.
Yeah! A ridiculously tall little baby hipster boy.
Yeah. God, I feel like then Mana should have something that complements it. Let me go back through the outfits.
Honestly, they could just the idea of them both looking like hipsters is funny to me.
I do love the thought of them both being hipsters. Like, I can...
Just in the glasses and the casual outfit.
Yeah. It's like Mana still has like the pink sweater with the heart on it and her cape because she does kind of need that. But it's like like a tan skirt, leg warmer socks over tights and like boots.
Oh, good.
Like
good.
The like yeah, I'm a hipster, but also it's very cold outside.
Yeah. Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside.
When you're a hipster and it's fucking chilly.
Amazing.
We're very good at this.
We're so good at this. Anyway, they're outside the fabric store. I think as they're walking there, Cassius has given a rundown of his plan.
Mm-hmm.
that he's thought in his head. He's basically, his idea is just to go in, be a very good distraction, and Mana can just pick and choose whatever she likes.
she's shopping as normal, and Cassius is being a distraction, and then they're gonna book it.
Basically. Basically.
Don't you love shoplifting?
I mean, Cassius sure does. That's all he really does nowadays. He doesn't want to pay for anything.
He has no money.
Cassius has the mindset of, I'm above paying.
Man, God, he would.
Yeah.
Which is really funny considering how insistent he was on giving Mana the money.
Listen. It's basically pretty situational for Cassius. Because if it's something like at a small business, he feels more bad about it. And especially if it's like Taylor or people who are very skilled in that way, and things that he really can't do. He has a lot more respect for like at least supporting them as much as he can.
He respects small businesses. He does not respect capitalism.
Exactly.
I mean, with that logic, Mana could absolutely get behind stealing.
Yeah. just that logic with a little bit of snootiness thrown in.
He can't let people know he cares.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, oh gosh, what would this fabric store be called? That they're basically going in to steal from.
Jane's.
Good, perfect, wonderful.
Definitely not any sort of shout out to any real life craft store. Definitely not.
Of course not. So yeah, basically they're just gonna come in like a few minutes before closing time. Be one of those customers.
Mana does feel bad, but you know what? It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm gonna roll a d4 to see how many employees there are.
Alright.
What?
Oh no! Oh, that poor single employee. They have no idea they have a big storm coming.
They do not. I'm just picturing like there was 4 employees at some of the day, but this is the guy that got stuck with the closing shift.
Yeah. Man, fuck closing.
I'm picturing like a little buddy Toon who is very bored. He's like, he sees people comes in and he has to hold back the groan of, gosh dang it, I was about to close up shop. No. No. That retail feel.
Yeah, that retail feeling. God, I felt that.
Okay, so yeah, he gives the greeting of hi, how you doing? Feel free to look around, and Cassius is gonna head on over there and do his thing.
He's gonna flex those brain muscles, start a conversation.
He specifically is going to use an ability that I've never used before, and we'll see if I can actually get it to be used. Let me see if I could screenshot it and send it real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Give it a second, it's loading. Okay, so this is the ability that Cassius has, being a enchantment wizard.
Holy shit.
It's yeah, hypnotic gaze. Starting at 2nd level, when you choose this skill, your soft words and enchanting gaze can magically enthrall another creature. As an action, choose one creature that you can see within 5 feet of you. If the target can see or hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your wizard spell save DC, or be charmed by you until the end of your next turn. The charmed creature speed drops to 0, and the creature is incapacitated and visibly dazed. On subsequent turns, you can use your action to maintain this effect, extending its duration until the end of your next turn. However, the effect ends if you move more than 5 feet away from the creature, if the creature can neither see nor hear you, or if the creature takes damage. Once the effect ends, or if the creature succeeds on its initial saving throw against this effect, you can't use this feature on that creature again until you finish a long rest.
Damn, this really do just be that vampire thing of look into my eyes. Damn.
Cassie's entirely around this class for that reason.
That is very fair.
So yeah, I'll let you make the wisdom saving throw that the bunny has to do.
Alright, let's see. We'll just make it a straight D20.
What did he roll? 2! Yeah, alright. Well, Cassius is basically just immediately goes to the front counter and starts smooth talking this guy.
And they're already tired. It's the closing shift. They fall pretty easily.
Yep, fall pretty deep. And now Cassius is basically just keeping their attention on him.
As Mana goes and she probably still has that notepad just to remember which fabrics that Cassius wanted specifically, and goes to town.
Yeah, go to town. Cassius has this person's full attention.
Let me roll a D20 to see how much Mana gets. And I will.
Right, what's the roll?
I will make it probably at advantage actually because Cassius says that guy.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a 15.
15.
So she gets a good bit because 15 is pretty good.
Yeah. How does Mana acquire all these fabrics? Like, what does she specifically do?
She probably since there's only one employee and they are so distracted by Cassius, she could probably just take like the little reels of fabric to a counter, cut off as much as she needs, fold it up, and then put it in her hammer space.
Yes.
Because like if Cassius has this person's undivided attention for a real long time, she has the time to do that.
I mean, Cassius is basically keeping it up like he's having a conversation.
Yeah, they're just chatting.
From an outside perspective, it looks like he's doing that while Mana is just cleaning house.
Yeah. And Mana is very practiced.
Yep.
So it's probably a good it's probably a good 20 minutes or something. And then Mana is like getting his attention and like giving him a thumbs up.
Yeah, she gets his attention. Cassius glances over, gives a thumbs up back, and then because he looked away, the bunny kind of blinks out of it.
Yeah, and Mana is walking over and very, very apologetically is like, it looks like we couldn't find what we were looking for. I'm so sorry to have bothered you so late.
The rabbit just sighs. He's still kind of a little bit dizzy from the stuff, so he's just like, no, it's just head on out. I am more tired than I realized.
Yep. Mana just gives a very understanding nod and signs, do get some rest after. And then they could just very casually leave.
Just also very casually. As if they were never there in the first place. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, they immediately take their leave after, and Cassius just has the biggest shit-eating grin you've ever seen on him.
Yeah, Mana is smiling and definitely gives him like a pat on the shoulder. It's a very like, good job. That was really good.
I think Cassius actually jumps a little bit at that and like,
oh baby,
looks weirded out a little bit.
Cassius' voice, positive reinforcement, physical affection. What the fuck?
Yeah, basically, he's just like, he full on stops for like a second or two on the sidewalk, just blue screens at that, like, what? Hello?
Yeah, Mana also stops and kind of blinks at him like, what? Hello?
But he just immediately just kind of shrugs it off and he's like, come on, we should head back before it starts getting too dark.
Mana, it's very jokingly, but she does sign, no one's gonna mug us, not with little old me here.
Hmm. Well, you can never be too careful.
There's a very cryptic. They know what they're doing. They if they're gonna try to mug me, they better know what they're doing.
Believe me, same goes for me as well. He just gives like a little glance with like the big toothy grin as well as the little glowing red eyes. The
There's that.
overconfidence in these two is strong.
To be fair, undead creature, magical abomination.
Yeah, yeah,
They can be a little cocky.
as a treat. Still dressed as hipsters.
Still dressed like hipsters. So like they would look like prime like rob in a back alley targets, but also
Mm-hmm.
but also
But also,
yeah.
uh,
So yeah,
yeah.
they probably they get back to Mana's place pretty easily as Mana is they get back to that like client room and Mana is stocking back up the shelves
Yep.
and Mana Muse should hand me a thought. And she kind of
Oh,
curiously turns towards Cassius and is like, "Do you need a place to stay for the night?"
uh, I what? He's just standing there like blue screening, like what?
Mana kind of raises a brow, like, "I mean, if you were a little apprehensive about the price for just me patching up your clothes, an in room probably is pretty steep."
Yeah, he just kind of winces slightly and sighs. I mean, I if you're offering, I suppose it would be impolite to decline. And he says impolite with so much venom.
Manners, boy.
He says it like he really doesn't want to be polite, but he's being polite.
But he has begrudging respect for this lady.
Uh huh. Begrudging respect. That's the best way to put this relationship dynamic so far.
Finger guns. It is, yeah, it's begrudging respect on Cassius's end. With Mana, it's like, you are a child.
Don't tell him that. He'll
No,
immediately
yeah, no.
leave. He'll leave instantly.
Listen, Mana has worked with many customers. Mana besides, it's fine. Mana can just choose not to sign things.
Sometimes the thought process can stay inside the thoughts.
Yeah. Mana does not have the problem of sometimes Toons think things out loud. It's fine. So she's just nodding as she ushers him out of the little client room and towards like a guest room. This room also clean. Not like the rest. These are the only two rooms. Clean.
The only ones.
So she is capable of having clean rooms, but you know artists and their organized chaos.
Yep. It's like the vibes of this is my mess. I know where everything is in the mess. Please don't fix the mess.
Yeah.
Please.
Like, if you move anything, I will lose everything and I will die.
But yeah. Honestly, Cassius might give the most awkward little thank you ever.
Yeah, she just gives him another pat on the shoulder.
Just again that bewildered look of why touch?
Why touch? What are you doing with your hand?
He's not used to this.
Baby. Yeah, and Mana will let him have at it if he wants to sleep. He will probably like after like a minute or two, we'll hear like a sewing machine going.
Yeah. Honestly, it probably won't take long for Cassius to conk the peck out. He's been on the road for like a week and has been camping outside.
Oh baby, yeah, this is like a real bed, like a really nice place.
Uh-huh. Just hits the mattress, gone.
His last thoughts are, what a weird person, and then he conks the fuck out.
Yep. Yep. Man. I'm so surprised that this is turning out as soft as it is.
Yeah, like holy shit.
I was expecting him to be rude, but he's more like embarrassed and trying to be cooperative than anything.
This is Cassius really acting his age. The begrudging respect has him acting like a teenager again, like a real teenager.
Uh-huh. It's just so good. Man.
I don't know how well his internal clock goes, because this room probably also has those really thick curtains.
I mean, I don't know how well his eternal clock is either. It's probably not that great.
Cassius wakes up at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, 3 in the afternoon. I mean, considering most of the time he's exclusively nocturnal.
Just he's a very tired boy.
Lately, he's been trying to move during the day. He'll probably readjust back to the night schedule once he gets to like a place to settle down properly.
Looks directly at the lore lock.
Anyway,
he probably.
It's just, Cassius tends to move with crowds when he's going with places, so he kind of has to move during the day because it looks a lot less suspicious moving with a crowd than on your own during the night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus, there are bandits on the road at night. There are thieves. There are people who will mug him. And he looks like a fancy little rich boy.
He looks like a fancy little rich boy that definitely has stuff to steal.
When in reality, he really has nothing.
He just looks like a fancy little rich boy.
Yeah,
he probably wakes up like late in the afternoon, and there's a moment of him like waking up, and he can still hear the sewing machine.
He probably just like gets up and Cassie's Muse just handed me. He goes to look at a mirror, remembers he doesn't have a reflection, curses himself out, and then just tries to fix what he can't see with his hair.
Oh, baby.
So you still gotta get used to it sometimes.
Yeah. You just gotta he has to fix his hair by feel.
Yeah, basically. Just pulls out like a little comb and then just brushes it out. As much as he's willing to do, and then just peeks outside to like see what's going on.
The hall is a lot cleaner than it was last night. Like all of the mess has been moved. There is a door open like across the hall where the sound of the sewing machine is coming from.
Yeah, he's just gonna like peek around. I'm gonna roll stealth to see how well he manages being quiet about it.
All right,
just for fun. 11.
It does not beat Mana's passive perception.
Yeah, no. Just like quiet thunk. Because he hits his head on the door frame.
Oh, darling.
Too early.
Mana kind of glances up, like the sewing machine stops, and she looks a little amused again before she signs, "You good?"
Cassius's whole face is immediately like tomato red.
Oh, baby.
He's like, I'm fine. Just ugh. And then he's just ducking his head down and slipping inside before he embarrasses himself any further.
Mana is just smiling as she actually gestures at a nearby table where his clothes are now, his original clothes are now clean and patched up.
Oh. Cassius takes like a look at that and he like immediately like perks up, like his ears lift up. He goes over to pick them up and inspect over them.
Yeah, it's very well done. There are some bits that were a little hard to save, so you can tell that they were patched up, but there are some bits where you can hardly tell that it was like torn or like stained.
Yeah, I have like the image in my head of like the patched up areas have like fancy little bits of embroidery.
Yeah, to like hide it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was meant to be there. Yeah, but Cassius, after giving it like a look over, just like nods in approval and is like, "You do very good work."
Mana sighs, and it is lighthearted, but she's like, "I would hope so, considering this is my job."
Well, yes. Yeah, and then he's just, I think he's just gonna immediately like go to the other room to change.
Yeah.
Get out of the casual clothes.
He wants out. He wants out.
He wants out. He wants back to the thing he's comfortable in.
Yep. As he's changing, the sewing machine is going up again.
How long would it take for Mana to finish up the other outfits that she's making?
Well, you commissioned 2 from me before, so it'll probably like 2 whole outfits from scratch will probably take. With Mana, who doesn't really sleep or eat much, it will probably take a couple of days.
Oh, yeah. All right then. That does make sense because it would be like finding the patterns and making sure it fits and like doing the tailoring in that sense. There's probably like several times where Cassius like has to go back up on the pedestal to see if things fit him.
Yeah. Would he really continue staying in that guest room for the next few days?
Maybe like for a couple days, and then other days he goes out and does his own thing. Because like he still has to get himself fed.
Yes.
He still has to do that.
And it's not like Mana can help him with that.
Yeah. Honestly, don't help him with that.
No. That'd be real bad. That'd be real bad considering her origins.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
God, I can't believe how like casual and soft this FPS has been.
Yeah, honestly, it just casual business interaction.
Yeah,
a very positive experience.
Not friends yet, but
acquaintances.
Yes. Like
business
positive only. Business relationship.
Yeah, Cassius is definitely taking the mental note to either come back here or recommend this place to others. So, man, it will get some word of mouth.
Hell yeah. Yeah, after a couple days of work and like fittings and retailoring and sewing things up, he has his first outfit that he came in with, and then 2 new ones.
I can do you want to roll either insight or perception?
Let's go insight. Oof. Not the best, but at least her modifier is good.
14. I think it's just barely enough.
Mm.
Because I'm looking at his deception modifier, it is a 13. So
Holy fuck.
passive deception 13. He's
Damn.
not good at doing things despite his best efforts. He's attempting to not look as excited about this than he actually is.
Oh, darling.
But like you can see the very subtle sparkles in his eyes and like the very slight ear wiggles.
Oh, Cassius.
This is new thing. It's been a while since he's had new thing.
Yeah, it's new fancy clothes. It's been so long.
It's been so long.
I hold Cassius so fucking soft. I can't believe you made me care about this asshole.
You are the first person who sees this side of him.
Mana wins.
Mana wins. Mana wins by doing nothing.
Mana wins by doing her job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to look at them, and then she'll wrap them up nice and put them in a little paper bag for him.
Mm-hmm. He'll take the paper bag in his arms, and thank you. This has been a rather pleasant experience. Been a while since I've had an experience this good with new outfits and such.
Oh. And Mana's just smiling and signing, yeah, no problem. Feel free to come by anytime. If you need another patch job.
If I ever need a patch job or something new to wear, I will definitely make my way here.
Cassius' voice finally. A tailor I can trust.
A tailor he can trust!
And will accept payment in stealing.
Yes! Payment other than money. Which he doesn't have.
Yeah. God. See, Mana is very used to giving clothes away for free. Because she has piled clothes onto Spectacled Spectre and Marigold and has donated so much of what she has made.
Oh, honey.
So, like, so gentle. Like, were Cassius not... If Cassius hadn't been so insistent on paying her, she would have been like, yeah, no, I could just give you clothes.
Sweetheart, that's not how you run a business, but okay.
Yeah, remember when I said she knows how to price her services? No, she doesn't. I lied.
It was a lie.
It was a lie. No artist knows how to price their service.
Yeah. Once Cassius has it all ready to go, he'll pull up his umbrella and give another thank you and take his leave.
Yeah, and this Mana is just waving you goodbye, signing, have a good time, stay safe.
He does the same sort of goodbyes to her, a little less affectionate about it probably. More direct, but
Mana just sees Child and is like, oh honey. Yeah, this is really cute.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And Mana probably does see some business, a little bit of picked up business the next couple days, because Cassius definitely would have talked about it to a few people on his way out of town.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah. This is just a good experience.
Yeah, it was good. Mana's really friendly. He got good clothes. Got to steal.
Got to steal. Yes. Stealing fun.
Stealing is fun.
Especially when he could do it his way.
Yeah, they just had a good like business interaction.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know Cassius was capable of soft FPS.
I didn't know it either. But you know what?
We have found one of the few people he respects.
He respects, yes.
Holy shit, that was really good. Thank you, Albie, for playing with me.
I respect one kind of person, and it's fashionable people.
Cassius' voice, I only respect people who are fashionable and also small businesses.
Nice small businesses. If it's a small business that's not good, no.
God, I hope
This was so much fun. Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah,
So
this is really good. How dare you make me fucking care about Cassian?
I figured good.
How dare you? Damn it, I care about him now. He's endearing now. Man,
Thank you for playing with me, and those who are here, thank you for listening.
And thank you to our future listeners.
So much fun.
Yeah. This has been very good. I'm glad that this is what the numbers gave us when we randomly rolled what character to have
Mood.
FPS
This was like
with.
the softest possible interaction,
Yeah.
which is surprising to me, but also it was so good.
I hold him very soft. Yeah, Mana's like, despite where she came from, she is one of the most well-adjusted characters I have.
Anyway, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah. Alright, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.